Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Hey, welcome to week 3 of Ho in 2020. Were you wondering if I was going to show up? I was not wondering at all. But it is 8:47, which means I am a little bit behind schedule. However, with really, really good reason. Yesterday, I realized that it was my intention to finish one week before I started another, because isn't it just like, it just gets out of control whenever your one to-do list carries on into the next to-do list. Like, you just never get everything crossed off. You don't finish. Your 1 week spills right into the other week. And I was just like, hell to the no on that. I wanted to finish Rose yesterday. I needed to do a Herbal Marie podcast, which I did. Now, it kept me up pretty late, past my bedtime, because I was really focused on Sunday, but my flow kept on getting interrupted, and that's okay. Looking back, it's okay, because people needed me, and I was happy to help them, and all said and done, everything got to be where it needed to be. And I'm so glad, pat on my own back, that I did finish the podcast last night, because it would have just been a whole different vibe if I would have tried to wake up today and try to get back into the rose energy. Because today we are moving forward with our new herb of the week, calendula. And it is such a happy herb. It makes you think of sunshine and loving the sun and loving your skin and just being happy. It's fun to pick the blossoms. Like, your fingers get really sticky when you pick them. It self-sows. The seeds are so cool. I really love calendula. I like to make oils with it. I've made tinctures with it. I'm actually using a tincture right now on my scalp every once in a while. It's good for hair growth. And if you want to skip that shower again, it's good for that. So I actually only have 4 cards in front of me, which I think will be plenty since I decided to sleep in. But really, I did not decide to sleep in. My alarm went off. I don't know if I even was on sound, but I never felt the vibrate. Like, usually one little tiny wakes me up, if I have my phone on. So my alarm's like it goes on forever with this special vibration pattern, and I never would sleep through it. Actually, I've been waking up before my alarm for a good week and a half. But when you stay up till 1 and you're exhausted mentally, you gotta sleep till 7:30 or whatever. So I'm not making excuses for myself, but I just had to roll with it. I was dead to the world while I was sleeping. So, calendula. Here's our words in front of me right now. We have shine, we have communication, we have brighten, and then we have a tarot card, the 3 of fire. So I'm excited. To sit with calendula. I'm also excited that I've already done a calendula podcast at Herbal Marie. So it'll be a lighter week for me, because I don't have to prepare that podcast. I have learned my lesson, though, from last week. Don't wait until the weekend to start getting it ready. I need to work in the evenings just a little bit on it, so it's not so much all at once. Really, the podcast is quick. It's only a half-hour long podcast, but hours upon hours of looking in books, the fact-checking, getting my ideas together, getting the flow, starting to listen to what the herb wants. Because I always try to introduce my podcast over there, how do the herbs how do they want to be presented? What would be like good, you know, like what feels right? So it takes a little while to get into that mindset. So I'm not going to wait till the last minute because this week, Wednesday, we're going to manifest more. Just like we've done the past 2 weeks, we're going to manifest more of something. And this week it is ambition, right? So this is definitely not the week to procrastinate, or at least, you know, start to think about how we cannot procrastinate. What is ambition? How do we get yourself some? Ambition feels good. And sometimes like you can tell when you don't have any. So that will be Wednesday. We'll talk about manifesting more ambition. Tomorrow we'll do a tarot layout. Thursday we'll hang out with the trees. And Friday, it's all about the friends. On Friday, we'll do a live stream on Instagram. But today, the herb of the week is calendula. Woo, all right, so calendula officinalis. Calendula, that's how I say it. I'm sure that some people say calendula. That's because part of me wants to say calendula, but I'm pretty sure it's calendula. But you know what? I really wouldn't take my word for it. Disclaim out the wazoo. Pronunciation is not really my thing. I just confidently say the words how I think that they are, so nobody questions me. But calendula is like, it really does. When I'm looking at these cards today, it really does feel like a happy herb. Now, if I want to get nerdy with it, and I do, I'm going to go back and re-listen to my calendula podcast at Herbal Marie. And it'll be interesting to listen to it because I don't remember it at all. Like nothing is coming up about, like, I don't even remember making it, but there is one over there, you know, calendula is probably one of my first ones, so it's probably might be interesting to re-listen to. But not say like I didn't know anything about calendula. Like, this is my first time seeing this flower, clearing my throat like like I do. I would say I notice a few things. One, it's radiant in its humble way. It's not flashy at all. It almost looks like a yellow daisy in some of the pictures, or even like in this card at the bottom, it almost looks like it could be like a cousin of the dandelion almost, you know? When I look at the tarot card, abundance. Wow, there's a whole drying rack full of calendula flowers. There's a mortar and pestle. There's another bowl. There is a canister with dried ones, and there's oil. Good Lord, it's dry in here. I'm going to be drinking some marshmallow roots today. There is some oil. That's one of the best things to do with calendula, is infuse the blossoms in oil so that you can make salve or use the oil directly on your body. It is beautiful. It is beautiful for the skin. But yeah, it worships the sun. It absolutely worships the sun. So the top card, yeah, it looks like the sun in the sky. And I would say that it's probably its solar plexus chakra lit up. And all these radiant sunbeams are like coming into it and then out of it. Into it and then out of it. So, in a lot of ways, it reminds me of St. John's wort too. Like, it literally absorbs the sun. And it's, something that like we can carry the energy of the sun all winter long, with this herb. Goodness. You can eat it. Absolutely. You can eat this herb. It's more bitter than you're going to expect. It's like, oh, it's so pretty and it smells so good. And then you eat it and you're like, why did I do this? But like, if you had like candida on your tongue, you have like white crap on your tongue, which a lot of people do. I see it. Eat some fresh calendula. It's good for that. And it's just so amazing. They're fun to harvest too because they pop right off. So anyways, we have 4 cards. We have one from the Soul Flower Plant Spirit Oracle. We have one from the Herb Crafters Tarot. We have another from Hedgewitch Botanical Oracle and the Herbal Healing Deck. These are our 4 cards. There might be another one somewhere, and I just could not find it today. I don't think in my oracle cards, but maybe in the packet, in my nerdy packet, there might be another one with a picture. But anyways, this will be great to get us started. I'm excited to sit with Calendula again. It's just such a gorgeous friend. You could use that oil, like I said, to make salve, and then maybe even lip balms. There's a lot of beautiful things to do with calendula, but today we are gonna dive into the oracle cards, the oracle meaning, and then I don't know why I'm looking at that now, I'm being distracted. And then yeah, we'll get some affirmations. So the last 2 weeks I had them pre-prepared. I was so on top of it. Today we're just gonna find the affirmations as we go. So welcome to another week of Ho. I'm feeling really good this week. I've got definitely love vibes like flowing all through my body. It feels amazing. Like the love drought has ended in my world, and it's just becoming so easy to appreciate and love and enjoy and even focus on what I really want to manifest in this world. So anyways, I'm so happy to be able to communicate with you, and that's what our first card is all about, Calendula, communication. So this says that our thoughts and words have great creative power. Yeah, both positive and negative for ourselves and others. Very relevant to me. I'll expand on that in a minute. Calendula helps soothe your thoughts and words with warmth and compassion and understanding, so that there is a balance between assertiveness and receptiveness in communication with others. Oh my God, that's so juicy. That's good. This balance. Ooh. And Osio the Oracle just did a reading for me yesterday, and that was one of my cards, the astrological cards that came through. Balance. This balance between assertiveness and receptiveness. So that's a fun take on it. Absolutely. And the other fun take on this message in a personal way that I also mentioned to my bestie Osio the Oracle when we were chatting is, I really just completely recognize now that even if we keep our thoughts silent, even if we keep them inside our head, they still have such a, literally palatable influence on other people. Like, if you are thinking bad thoughts about somebody, you are literally throwing bad juju on them. And they pick up on it. They really, really do. So the best thing you can do for yourself and others is wish people well, think good thoughts, understand that your thoughts are energy, they have power, they have influence. There is no such thing as keeping your thoughts to yourself. That's total, complete bullshit. That's not the way it works. Like, your thoughts are energy, and they will think themselves. And as soon as you think them, everyone has access to them. Not everybody knows they have access to them, but more and more I do, because I literally can hear people. But now I'm seeing that wow, I have so much power and influence over everyone. Not in a psychotic Dr. Evil type of way. I'm saying I have the power to uplift them, or I have the power to piss on their shoes. You know what I mean? I have the power to help them or not, and not that you can physically, I'm not hurting anybody, but it is hurting people when you judge them. It is hurting people when you are always looking at their negative aspects, when you're resenting them. That's not cool. So and they feel it too, and they wonder why they can't trust you, and they wonder why they can't be loving to you. And it really is this incredible understanding when you begin to know that your thoughts, and of course your words, have great creative power. Everything that flies out of your mouth is a spell. So you really need to be very careful what you're saying. What kind of affirmations do you have going on this week? If you're going around saying nothing ever works out for me, guess what? You spoke it into existence and nothing is ever going to work out for you. I mean, you might luck out because the universe is like breaking its back to like get good things to you, but you're cursing it. You're cursing it with your words. You're cursing it with your energy. Like when you say things like, I have faith that everything's going to be good. I have faith that everything is in my highest interest. You know, like even say like, I have faith that God takes care of me. Bam! You instantly feel better because you are working that energy, girl. So yeah, our thoughts and words have great creative power, both positive and negative, for ourselves and others. So we're hanging out with Calendula this week. She is going to help soothe your thoughts and your words. You're going to be like 100% nicer in mind, body, and spirit by Friday. Guaranteed, or your money back. Because what do we want? We want more warmth. We want more compassion and understanding. Why? Because we literally need that balance between assertiveness and receptiveness in communication with others. So we don't always want to be the one being like blah, 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 right? And we never want to be the ones that have our head in the sand. We want to have this beautiful flow of communication, being assertive enough, being receptive enough, right? Having that balance so that there's no struggle in your communications. It's really easy. It's really nice. It's flow. It's the way communication was supposed to be. So that's cool that we have communication on tap. And think about this. We have shine and we have brighten. Like this flower literally smiles at you. And isn't that like smiling? Isn't that the best form of communication? I mean, that says a lot. You can say so much with a smile. You can say, and you can make everything better with a smile. And you can say things that you normally would not be allowed to get away with as long as you're smiling. Like if I wasn't smiling at you and I was like, wow, you are seriously being a bitch today. And then I like growl at you, you might slap me, right? But if I'm like, oh my God, you are being such a bitch today, and I'm laughing and we're smiling, it's got a whole different role to it. It's a different, more loving way to communicate. And it's a different, more loving way to live too. So thank you, Calendula, for getting us rolling in the communication department. Now there ain't no stopping us now. We good. All right, so we're gonna dive into the books for the next 3 cards and really just sit and get to know the energetic, spiritual heart. I feel like heart aspects of Calendula, like Herbal Marie. Man, we stay in the physical for the most part and dabble in the emotional. But these oracle cards, they really, really, really want you to take your herbal journey now with a spiritual perspective. And that's what we're going to do today, if I can communicate it properly. So shine on, girl. Wish me luck. All right, so I'm going to grab the Hedge Witch Botanical Field Guide and find Calendula in it. Yeah, I can't believe how dry the air is this week. If I would have been more on the ball, I would have rinsed off this morning just for my sinus cavity. Like, granted, all of me is ready for a shower, but yeah, right now I'm like, wow. So Calendula officinalis, brighten is this oracle's message. Now this is literally Mary's gold. This is the original marigold. This is not the same as your ornamental marigold. This is completely different. This is edible. This is the one that you want to make your salves with, but some people still call it marigold, or they call it Mary's gold. Oh, and I did say that in my podcast at Herbal Marie. It's all coming back to me now. This is pot marigold. This is jackanapes on horseback. This is ruddles. This is common marigold, and some people call it Scotch marigold. So there's some other names for it. Calendula, also called marigold. It's a genus of annual and perennial herbaceous plants that are widely cultivated and can be grown easily. If you need a plant that's just going to grow and you're going to get some self-worth from that, calendula is really great. The seeds are awesome. They're like these little curved, hooky, prehistoric doodad looking things. So they're fun to plant. This would be a great herb for a kid's garden because the seeds are cool. It grows easy. It self-sows. Yeah, and you pick the blossoms and then more grow. It's wonderful. This book says various species of calendula are used traditionally as both a culinary and a medicinal herb. While closely related to the marigold, calendula is edible, while many marigold varieties are not. So to identify the medicinal pot marigold, the one we're talking about this week, Calendula officinalis, versus the regular ornamental marigold, examine the seeds of a dead flower. The common marigold is a straight stick with a white tip, while calendula has curved seeds with a ridged exterior. Yeah, that's what I said. Crazy doodad looking thing. But yeah, the seeds of the ornamental marigold, they're just straight little sticks. They look like miniature porcupine quills to me, and they smell awful. Do you ever harvest seeds of the ornamental marigold? Because you should. If you're going to grow marigolds, harvest your own seeds. They love being sown directly in the soil, and they grow so robustly. But the seeds don't really smell that good. Calendula has a unique smell, but it's beautiful. You might not love it. I don't know. It's got a weird smell, but it's beautiful. It's not it doesn't smell bad or anything. So this wonderful plant takes its name from the fact that with a bit of sun, it can be in bloom on almost every day of the calendar year. The beautiful golden blossoms open to the morning light and close as the sun fades. The flower petals are edible, so use them in fresh salads and desserts, or you can dry them and add them to help color cheese and sauces. A yellow dye extracted from the flowers can be used to bring a vibrant saffron color to fabric or paper. Add calendula petals to yogurt, fresh cheese, or a fruit salad for a delicious flavor addition and gorgeous pop of color. So yeah, the petals are not so much better. If you eat the whole flower head like I have in the past, you'll probably spit it out. But the petals, yeah, they're cute. They're cute. So it's native to Southern Europe. It's widely cultivated and naturalized throughout North America, Europe, and North Africa. So the medicinal properties have definitely been documented. Preparations are usually salves, compresses that you can use externally on wounds, burns, and rashes, as well as tonics and teas for internal consumption and the treatment of gastrointestinal distress. If you have lesions such as ulcers inside of you, this would be a tea for you to drink. Absolutely. But yeah, when she said it blooms every day there, yeah, it really is hardy. Of course, in Western Pennsylvania, nothing survives now except for maybe catnip. That stuff's still hunkering down under the snow, holding its own, just waiting for a nice day. But yeah, calendula, if you lived in a mild, it could get cool in the winter, but wasn't too harsh. You might have calendula blooms all winter long. It's pretty amazing. The flowers have been traditionally used to support the immune system and lift the spirits. Calendula oil and tonics can be employed to treat abdominal cramps and constipation. It can also be applied to wounds as an anti-hemorrhaginic and antiseptic. So it'll help stop the bleeding, kill the germs, help with healing. It really facilitates healing. I always think of it too for like candida overgrowth. Calendula is a beautiful herb and it's so gentle. That's why you see it in a lot of baby products. Calendula salve, calendula diaper rash ointment. It's very, very healing. You can make a tea and wash your skin with it. So most commonly known as a tea or infused oil for wounds and skin trauma, the bright orange or yellow flower can be taken internally too for quite a few ailments. A very easy way to use this wonderful plant is to dehydrate the calendula blossoms thoroughly. And I mean thoroughly because they are thick. If they're not completely dried, they'll mold. So they have to like use a dehydrator probably. Or if you have if you have a oven set on low, that's so funny. If you have an oven, set it on low, but a dehydrator works good too, or like on the dash of your van inside for like a week. Like you really need to make sure they are super duper dried. Even after I use my dehydrator, I put them in the glass jar and I was like, I didn't put the lid on for like months. I was like, I just want to make sure you're so dry. I mean, and that was because I was saving it for tea. I didn't do any of those this year. I think I used most of them in oil and tincture. So when the flowers are completely dry, fill a mason jar with them. Fill it half. Fill half a mason jar with them and top up the jar with high quality almond oil. So halfway up with your flowers, the whole way up with the oil, and leave this mixture in the sun for 10 to 14 days or until the oil is a bright orange color. So maybe your windowsill on your good window, you know, the good window, put it in that. Sarah Miller from Time in the Studio, she has a great technique where she puts it, I'm pretty sure she said this, she puts them in her car in a brown paper bag so that it's warm and it rolls around on the floor while she's driving. So it's like getting mixed and agitated and getting that warmth for like the 2 weeks that it really does need to, you know, get those nutrients and those healing properties out of the flower and into the oil. Then you can pour that mixture through a cheesecloth and strain out the blossoms, really squeeze them to get all the oil out. And you can use that oil directly as a skin moisturizer, or you can make a healing balm or salve by just combining it with beeswax. So usually about twice as much oil to beeswax, I think, is the ratio. Double check me. It's so early and I'm talking with my eyes closed. Sure sign to double check, Sadie Marie. So calendula, on this card, it says brighten. And don't you just feel yourself brightening up already just talking about this beautiful herb? When you look at the pictures that I'll post on my Instagram at Herb Oracle, like you can see, they really are bright and sunshiny. So it is a plant that speaks of summer ease, sunshine, good times, and the blessed moments in life. Seeing this card is like a little bit of sunshine falling on your day, your project, or your relationship. Take it at face value and let yourself enjoy. Let yourself enjoy the simple goodness of life. I enjoy the simple things in life. I let myself enjoy. I allow myself to enjoy. I'm stuck on it, guys. Much like the sun card in the tarot deck, this is not a plant that has much depth. While it is very easily grown, it can't endure cold, excessive heat, or adverse conditions. So if it's mild, it keeps on going. But yeah, when things get too harsh, it's out of there. If you were to see this card in a friendship or love reading, it might mean that happiness and good times are in store, but that they are temporary and perhaps somewhat superficial. Ooh, the phrase fair weather friend might be an apt way to think about this card when it shows up in a relationship context. So it's like, yeah, like it could be like, yeah, but it feels really good for right now. One of my neighbors used to be a fair weather friend. Like literally, we would only hang out when the sun was shining because, that's when we would see each other out. Now we've had two or three summers where it doesn't matter how much the sun shines. I guess we're just not friends anymore. So anyways, that's funny. While some element of warning might be implied, in general, this card is a pretty happy one. Calendula is a sunny plant that brightens, soothes, and heals. And it's okay. It's okay to just accept it as one of nature's blessings. It's okay. Every phase of our life journey requires grace. The grace to preserve in the face of adversity, but also, and maybe even more importantly, the grace to embrace moments of ease and abundance. Ooh, all right, so we're going to move on to the Herb Crafters Tarot, but yeah, we got a few affirmations now on my little notepad. I am sunshine. I brighten the day with clear communication. I allow myself to enjoy the simple goodness of life. You guys, that's huge. It's like the little things that could just bring you so much joy that like we overlook, like just if you can just enjoy the simple goodnesses of life, you're going to get on the right track mentally to let in more light, to be happier, to have more joyful interactions with people, to have better communication. So we're going into the threes in this tarot deck. The threes are all about flourishing and abundance and harmony. And yeah, there is an abundance of calendula flowers on this table that we talked about. There's even a little incense burning. Would it be an incense? I don't know. It is sticky. It could like help hold the little incense cone together. I don't know, but I love the vibe. I love the vibe on this table for calendula. And this tarot card, oh yes, this is definitely about joy. Take joy in prolific, passionate play. Oh, that gave me like little tingles. Take joy in prolific, passionate play. Delight in your own unique expression. Creative inspiration will last longer than one season. So yeah, we're looking at this table. The petals are scattered about a messy work table. Baskets are brimming with yellow, red, and orange calendula. Mortars and pestles are smudged from crushed plants. A glass jar with freshly picked flowers is flipped open in front of a bottle of olive oil. Incense burns and the summer shines through the window. Playful creativity is infectious. Calendula grows easily and readily self-sows. Once you plant it, you will have it in your garden for years. All varieties have healing properties and create an abundance of medicine. These are exciting times. Explore new art forms. Take decisive action. Allow your ideas to find wildly original expressions like the many colors of calendula. Calendula enjoys a long and fruitful growing season, remaining enthusiastically committed to your goals. Step into leadership with confidence. So that is really amazing. Like we are going to be talking about manifesting more ambition on Wednesday. And yeah, I love it's like these are exciting times. Yeah, take some decisive actions, explore new art forms, allow your ideas to find wildly original expressions, right? Have the ambition for you to step into leadership with confidence. Commit to your goals. Be fruitful. Do things. Get things done. Actualize what you dream about. Creative inspiration will continue to last longer than one season. Like sometimes I struggle with that because I'm like, I can't even see like past this 2020. So I'm just assuming everything ends at the end of 2020 because I can't see past it. But Calendula is saying, no, like have some faith that creative inspiration continues. It does last longer. Why? Because you're delighting in your own unique expression. You're taking time to give yourself the joy and allowance to have prolific, passionate play. You're getting the ball rolling. You're getting momentum. Yeah, and that's what keeps ambitions strong. You're enjoying yourself. You got the ball rolling. You just can't stop, won't stop at this point. I feel like that in many aspects and areas of my life. Can't stop, won't stop. Not right now, anyways. So the Herb Crafter's Tarot always gives you a few suggestions to craft with this herb, and crafting with the 3 of Fire. So we are looking at the 3 of Fire, and yeah, it says to ignite your playful spirit. Maybe make some oil or salve or tincture with calendula. So I know I'll have to wait on that, but you know, let's think about some of the beautiful medicines we can make this summer with calendula. We can create art with the colors of calendula to express our joy. Really get into these hues. Like when you look at the flower, each of these cards, regardless of whichever one you look, there is different colors in the calendula. You're like, is it yellow or is it orange? Is it yellow or is it orange? Oh, there's a little tinge of red orange on the end of those petals. Like there's lots of different colors in the calendula when you take the time to really examine and admire the petals. So maybe like make a mandala or use it as a die. You know, there's something that you might feel inclined to do just as a way to express your joy. And lastly, it says make magical creativity confetti with dried calendula petals. Use it in everything. So dry some of these petals, like pick them off of the bud and dry them. And it's just like, this is your magical creativity confetti. So if you're having that yogurt in the morning, sprinkle some magic calendula confetti all over your yogurt and be like, I am creative, right? I am passionate about playing today, right? I am going to express myself, and then just use it on everything and have fun. So calendula is definitely playful. It wants you to shine. It wants you to be bright. It wants you to communicate this playful vibe in everything you do. So not just communication with other people, but within yourself and the universe. Like tell the universe with your actions today, I'm ready to have fun. I'm ready to be playful. I'm ready to laugh. I'm ready to feel joy. I'm ready to shine light. I'm ready. I'm ready to be the sunshine. I am ready to be the sunshine. I am ready to be playful. I express my joy. I express my joy. What a powerful thing you can say and then do for yourself, expressing your joy. So we're on our final card. See, 4 was plenty. Oh my gosh, 4 was plenty for us. We're on the final one from the Herbal Healing deck. I love to save this one for last because it's just like the grand finale. This book is so awesome, you guys. If you are an herbalist, whether you like oracle cards or not, you should have this deck just to have this book. So good job on the book. Good job on the deck. I mean, you can look at this picture right now and just see the radiance. It says shine, but it's like really, it feels radiance. It feels magnificent. It feels incredible. Yes, like that complexity of like solar consciousness just coming through and infusing everything in this card. I love it so much. So we've done communication, we've done brighten, we've done the 3 of Fire, and now we're doing shine from the Herbal Healing deck. So it starts off with a quote from Marianne Williamson. I really like her. She's sweet. Like I truly love her. Her heart's in the right place, and yes, she's into the Course in Miracles, but that's not. Yeah, I like her vibe. Let's see what she said. Let's see if I still like her after this quote. She said, "There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine, as children do. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same." So if you want to help out humanity, the best thing you can do is shine your light, shine your love, shine your energy of who you truly are. And then it gives everyone around you permission to do the same. So as you are yourself, as you are your authentic self, then everyone around you is like, cool, I could be me. You can be you, I can be me. We can just be ourselves. We don't have to put on like false airs. We don't have to like pretend we're something we're not. We don't have to, play all that. We can just be ourselves. And that is honest communication. That to me seems like the best form of communication, like being authentic and true who you are so that you can just express yourself, without worrying about having to be a certain way. So our herb of the week is calendula. It's also called pot marigold. We have definitely solidified it is a sun-loving plant. And it's got bright orange and yellow flowers. So the name is derived from the Latin word calens, related to the word calendar. So in the Mediterranean climate, where calendula originates, the plant blooms every month of the year. Even in colder areas, this flower blooms long after other plants turn brown. So maybe I need to live in the Mediterranean, because I would just love to have plants growing all the time. I don't know, why am I here where I have to have winter? I mean, or do I need winter? Maybe I need it. Maybe winter forces me to be more reflective than I would be if it was nice all the time. So, all right, no complaining. Calendula, there's nothing to complain about calendula. It's easy to cultivate. It's abundant with its flowers, and those calendula flowers contain the sunny medicine of the herb. These beautiful blooms are like miniature suns, radiating the vitality of our planet's primary source of energy. So yeah, I am totally okay with loving the sun, saying hello to the sun, worshiping the sun, if you will, respecting the sun, because it will burn your ass. But it's we cannot live without the sun. So we should praise it and give thanks to it every day. We should connect with it. We should connect with solar consciousness. We should put our face up to the sun and close our little eyes and maybe take a little peek, But say, what message do you have for me today? Let the sun warm you. Let the sun come into your body. Let the sun communicate with the cells of your body. You're really just a complicated plant, you guys. You need the sun. So as we're talking about communication with calendula and we're talking about the sun, let's put those two together and think about how the sun communicates to us, right? The sun makes you feel warm, makes you feel happy, makes you feel well-being, taken care of. It activates your body to make vitamin D, right? It puts you in a good mood. If you don't get enough sunlight, you could slip into some seasonal depression, right? Your immune system could crash. You freaking need the sun. You're basically a plant. So communicate with the sun in your own way, in your own silent way. You know when to find shade. You know when to go in. But make sure that you're getting enough sun on your skin. You need it. So great for the skin. Calendula is well known for its use in body care products, lotions, creams, salves. This flower can clear infection. It can cleanse a wound. and it can calm inflammation of burns and rashes. So it's very, very soothing. Now, internally, clearing away stagnation of the lymph, the calendula boosts the immune system. This botanical sunshine is also used for wintertime malaise. So when you just feel like, oh my God, connect with the spirit of calendula. So the spirit of calendula is playful and theatrical, like the glowing essence of a child. Natural performers, children lack the self-consciousness that comes along with puberty. As we grow older, we become more aware of the opinions of others. We may avoid the spotlight for fear of inadequacy. Or we might be sensitive to the feelings of envy and avoid shining in an effort to not make anybody jealous. And yet, calendula asks, where would we be if the sun did not shine? Good question. In astrology, the sun represents the self. We all have the ability to shine. When we withhold our light from others, we rob ourselves and one another of what it is to be human. So yeah, that's what Marianne Williamson was saying. Like, it is not enlightened at all to shrink and not shine your light. You are doing a disservice to humanity when you hold back your light, your joy, your if you're a shining star, you need to just be a shining star. You need to not worry about what other people are thinking or feeling, what they're thinking. You don't need to worry what they're thinking at all. I mean, jealousy, you just have to not even be aware of it, because you need to shine, because that's what you do. You are sunshine. And so that's what you do. You share your skills. Sharing your skills and talents and gifts with other people is important now. Oh, more than ever. We need you to shine your light. We need you to laugh. We need you to love. We need you to be playful. We need you to communicate. We need you to get outside in nature and share your skills, talents, and gifts. Set aside any fears. Set aside the past failures, because performance of all kinds is favored. So the calendula works with the sacral chakra. I thought it was the solar plexus. I was wrong. Calendula works with the sacral chakra, the energy center governing relationships and creativity. So when you share your light with others, you inspire them to shine as well. Witnessing another's courage and passion promotes the desire to share our own individuality. As this occurs, deep healing can happen in the context of a group or relationship. Even the frivolity of dancing can shine light into darkened areas of our lives, promoting healing and renewing the creative spark for all. Oh my gosh, we should dance right now. We should dance right now. And this would be a great time for me to edit and come back and put in my affirmation minute. That's not really dance music though. It's like do 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 do. You know what I'm saying. Hey, you beautiful lovelies. This affirmation minute is brought to you by the herb of the week, calendula. And I just want to thank you for all your support. And I dedicate every single one of these affirmations to you. I am sunshine. I brighten the day with clear communication. I allow myself to enjoy the simple goodness of life. I am ready to be playful. I express my joy. I share my talents with others and inspire them to do the same. Oh, yes, indeed. I am sunshine. I brighten the day with clear communication. I allow myself to enjoy the simple goodness of life. I am ready to be playful. I express my joy, and I share my talents with others, and I inspire them to do the same. And so it is. All right, so I have a really great book on my bookshelf, and it's called Wisdom of the Plant Devas. Wisdom of the Plant Devas, and it's written by herbalist Thea Summer Deer. Thea Summer Deer, and it's an incredible book. I mean, it's like, it was so me. If it's like, it's got, you know, nerdy, it's like got a nerdy base for each of the herbs. She picks out a dozen herbs from her garden and talks about them, but she also goes cosmic and galactic and starseed. And I was like, wow, Thea, thank you so much for writing this book for me, because I feel like you wrote it just for me. It's called Wisdom of the Plant Devas. So calendula is in that book, and it's really an amazing book, okay? And it is a flower. Calendula in that book is a flower of both joy and sorrow. So let's think about that, because it's like we've just been talking happy, happy, happy this whole time. So while the bright blooms follow the sun during the day, at night they collect the dew, which is symbolic of teardrops. So all day long, shining their light. At night, they collect the dew. So in her book, The Wisdom of Plant Devas, Thea Summer Deer, she connects calendula with Mary Magdalene, an ascended master who helps us with forgiveness and grief. So this is an interesting spinoff of last week. If you are feeling heartbroken or grieving a loss, call upon calendula and the Magdalene energy for healing and renewal. Rest assured that you are ready. You are already in the healing process. And remember to get out into the world. Laugh, dance, and shine your light upon others. Doing so will speed your recovery. So yes, there is an aspect of calendula that even though it knows the happy, shining, bright light, at night it does go into its darkness. It collects the dew, it embraces the teardrops, and it does its healing work. It does its healing work with grief. It does its healing with its practice of forgiveness. This flower inspires me to no end. It is a must in the garden. It really is a must in your life. This is definitely one to get to know. So what else can we say about this incredible calendula? It does have an affinity for felines, and the salve is one of the best remedies for cat scratch fever. So this points to another connection with the sun, which rules the astrological sign Leo. So the great lion that represents creative energy, individuality, and pride. In the Herbal Healing Deck guidebook, it says, it is not surprising that a plant so closely aligned with the sun would also be associated with feline energy, because cats are unique in their zest for performance, and they seem to feel embarrassed when an acrobatic trick goes awry. Felines mirror our natural predisposition for performance. So this oracle is saying, forget any past conditioning that tells you not to show off or mandates that a creation must be perfect before sharing it. Don't worry about those who do not understand your creations. Trust that the positive energy you generate will reach the right people. And that's even my podcast too. Like I told you guys, I have to get over being a perfectionist, and I just have to trust that it's good enough and it'll reach the people that it's supposed to. So even the chance that you might heal or inspire others is reason enough to risk your ego and become vulnerable. Take lessons from both children and cats. Stand proud and tall. Dress in bright colors or flamboyant styles if you want. Basically just own up to your talents. Own up to your talents. Embrace your unique essence and reveal it to others, unabashed and unapologetically. And of course, remember to shine. Oh, see what I mean? See why I love Calendula? Calendula just wants you to unleash your love, talent, joy, be who you are. Don't hold back. That's why we're going to manifest some more ambition this week. It's like, listen, stop holding back your light. Stop dimming yourself so that you can either fit in or not make anyone feel bad because they're not shining their light. Like, that's a disservice, y'all. Shine your damn light. Shine your happiness. Be creative. Be who you are. If you're flamboyant, be flamboyant, right? Like, just whoever you are, be it. And if you're not, be just who you are. You know what I'm saying? Brightens your own day. Brighten someone else's day. Be the sunshine. Light it up. Feel good. Feel good. Express yourself. That's going to aid humanity in acquiring some communication skills, right? Brighten the day with clear communication. Basically, Calendula just wants you to enjoy the simple goodness in life, okay? Be playful, express your joy, and yeah, share your talents with others. And you know why? Because then it's going to be that domino effect. You're going to inspire them to do it, then other people are going to witness them shining their light. They'll be like, oh yeah, I should shine my light. And before you know it, this world is lit up with joy and love and happiness and playfulness, and it really is just going to be a beautiful new earth. So on that note, can't wait to hang out tomorrow on Tuesday, Terra Tuesday, and hang out all week with this incredible, beautiful herb, Calendula.